Hello everybody, welcome to the United Front. My name's Harris and this is your Manchester United against Bodø Glimt. Ruben Amorim's first game at Old Trafford, and it's going to be an interesting one since, you obviously go back to the Ipswich game and you kind of think to yourself the lineup he gave, and obviously if you've seen the video on my thoughts on Amorim's first game, the lineup he gave out, it was the right lineup, but for the wrong game. And I felt like that lineup should have been for this game. But obviously, I think, he was rotated. You can tell, it wasn't, his best team, his strongest team he could put out. Obviously, I said again with, putting Eriksen as a 6, it's suicidal. So, but, no, obviously, I think, Manchester in the Europa League, there will be rotations. And obviously, I think it's a must-win because, we're 16th with 6 points. Obviously, 1 win, 3 draws, unbeaten. But also, Bodø Glimt are 3 places. Sorry, they're 12th, and they're 1 point. They have 1 point more than us, so they have 7. So, it is a must-win. It is a must-win game. I just feel like we can always talk about the league. We're not really good in the Prem, but obviously even in the Europa League we have been struggling. There have been times like Porto and Fenerbahce. We lead games and then we tend to not win it. We tend to score goals and then just concede as well. So in this game there will be a lot of rotations. Again, I say again. This is a lineup. Sorry, this is a lineup I gone with. It's a bit different. People must be thinking, well, where's Euro? If you don't know, Martinez and Maguire are back in training, but Amorim did say in his press conference that Martinez will play, but Maguire is a doubt. Well, he is training, but he just. He didn't make it, so this is what I gone with. Look, Onana in goal, Shaw and left centre back. See, that's the thing because where would you play Luke Shaw? If Yora decides to become that right centre back, obviously De Ligt in the middle and Martinez as the left centre back. So it'll be interesting, but yeah, I put Martinez in the middle and De Ligt on the right. I understand people will be saying why put De Ligt on the right if he has no pace. But I think he will. I think he'll manage it. People say De Ligt isn't quick, but he isn't slow as well. So look, and obviously when you go to the Ipswich game, obviously there have been times where when it was the front 7, obviously the striker and the 2 10s, and obviously the wing backs and the midfield, they press, but then you also have this space as well. And in this space, obviously, Amorim plays a high line. And you have this space and you almost think to yourself, at Ipswich, Omari Hutchinson has so much space, and you're thinking to yourself, well, why does he have so much space? And Johnny Evans, obviously, I think he was at time being, the central centre back, and you're almost thinking to yourself, well, why are you not, marking Omari Hutchinson? You're giving him so much space, and Ipswich could have, caused us so much trouble from doing that as well. So I think Martinez, because he does have his central centre back, almost like being like an extra midfielder, coming into that, double pivot. And obviously he is comfortable on the ball, Martinez. So obviously this centre back pair and I put up with Shaw, Martinez, and De Ligt, they can play a high line. So yes, of course. Casemiro and Ugarte, I was thinking, why not play Ugarte? A player who he has played under, and obviously Casemiro. I did say rotation, but I think he could go. He could go with Menu, but that depends if he is fit. We did see him on the bench against Ipswich, but then come on. So look, it could be, but I feel like he could pick Casemiro and obviously have that two pivot side, defensive midfielders. Mazraoui onto the left wing back. I think people find that interesting since, he has played left back, but also put him as a left wing back, and you see what Dalot did, and you almost feel like there isn't that balance because, as a wing back, you kind of expect, crosses coming in. And obviously Mazraoui's, right foot, but I don't look. He played right centre back, and we're thinking, he put him in the as a back three. So you almost think to yourself, Mazraoui can play anywhere. Mr. Consistent himself. So yeah, Ahmad onto the right wing back. I thought, I was thinking, could he have played a 10 against Ipswich, but did so well. And he did say in his interview with Gary Neville that he would start with, your defensive wing backs, and not wingers, because it takes time, for wingers to be developed into wing backs, and obviously, they'll be defending a lot. But Ahmad showed against Ipswich he can do both. He can attack, create, relentless. He has that energy in him and can defend as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if he, plays him again, And obviously I did put Bruno there. I don't know why I put 18. I keep forgetting. He's number 8. But yeah, so apologies for that. And Mount. Look. The thing with Mount is, when he is fit, he's actually a good player. Yes, of course, when we say Luke Shaw, when he is fit, he's one of the best left backs. But with Mount, he gives you something else. And I said it again, he'll be perfect for the system because, he's relentless, his pressing, he doesn't give up, his work rate, and and obviously people can go back to his Chelsea days, where you saw him scoring a lot of goals and creating a lot of goals as well. So look, hopefully, the thing with Mount needs to, work on is his fitness. I think he has more injuries than he's had appearances. It's so bad as well, Otherwise, when he is fit, he is actually a useful player to use as well. And obviously, especially in this system, he could thrive under AMORIM. But yeah, I think putting him and Bruno in that 10, I think is well back. And I put Hoyner up front. Yes, people might say, why not Xerxes? It could be anyone else. I just don't want it to be Rashford because, people say, oh, he scored. But it wasn't a surprise because it's amazing how Rashford turns up when it comes to a new manager. And then obviously after a few weeks, he goes and fucking disappears. What's going on? When we wanted you to score goals on that Ten Hag, you weren't there for it. But when it comes to a new manager, you're already on point. And guess what? After that, obviously after that game, after he scored the goal, he was nowhere to be seen. It's amazing because people can take the goal, but what was he doing after that as well? For him and Garnacho as well, people must be thinking, could Garnacho play? Obviously, I don't think he can. I don't know if he can. I don't know if AMORIM will play him in that 10 position because again, I understand why people say, Garnacho is greedy at some. He is greedy. He doesn't pass the ball. He needs to pass whenever he needs to pass. The thing with Garnacho, he can pass. It's just when he needs to pass, his decision making and all that. With Rashford, if you're thinking, he can make Rashford into a 10, I think you're living in cuckoo land because, let alone he can't play number 9. You're gonna make him be a 10. Where does Rashford play in this system as well? Unless AMORIM plays 3-4-3, then you could probably put Rashford and Garnacho as well. But in this, mostly we could see AMORIM play 3-4-2-1. You're not gonna see a lot from Rashford and Garnacho. They could be coming off the bench. So look, that's the team I picked with. I know people might go with differently. Again, I said Euro. Why is he not playing? He is currently working on fitness, yeah, but he is training. Obviously I said it. Maguire is back in training, but yeah, he's not ready for the game. So it'll be interesting as well, to see how AMORIM, plays against Bodø Glimt, and obviously Old Trafford as well. Obviously big pitch, you know. So yeah, my score prediction. I don't know if I want to, go for I think I go for a clean sheet, and I think 3-0 as well. I think because especially in this game we need to score a lot of goals because we don't score a lot of goals. Probably in this competition we have 1 against 20, 3 against Porto, 1 against what do you call it Fenerbahce, and 2 against PAOK. But like we need to score more, and obviously we got Everton as well, and I feel like obviously when we come to that game, but then again that's a must-win game, and obviously we got the big one ahead of us in Arsenal as well. So I feel like these games coming, this game as well, you kind of take from this game, obviously AMORIM will have different players on there, to see who he will play, who is able to play in the system, But obviously, I'm excited. Obviously, I wonder. Look, my lineup could be different compared to his. He might surprise me. He could put Xerxes in the 10. Look, anything could happen. Maybe Mazraoui might not play. Sorry, maybe Malacia might play that as well. I mean, he was on the bench against Ipswich, but it's about if he's fit or not. But look, obviously, and obviously, look, he could play Anthony as well instead of Ahmad. Who knows? But look, that's my lineup. I want to know yours. Probably they'd be different towards mine. But yeah, that's my lineup, and yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and see you on the next one. Take care.